Wait, come back. There, you found me. It's Mitch's Fake Radio. How cool is this? I'm on the internet. Man. I only dreamt about this kind of stuff as a kid. Actually, I didn't because there was no internet. But anyhow, here I am. It's so cool. Thank you very much for spending time with me.
You're locked into 60 minutes of nonstop action-packed back-to-back Mitch. Nothing but Mitch all hour long. 60 solid minutes of nonstop Mitch. Only on Mitch's Fake Radio.
I've heard it so many times I could sing along with it. Oh my God. I'm never going to get used to it. I don't think so. Anyhow, thanks for tuning in. Can you believe this is episode 18? I've been doing this 18 months. That's a long time. That's a lot of work to put in on something. That's like what do they call it? Like a parole? Or no, that's like a suspension period. Or it's like 2 pregnancies. You know, when you think about that, that's pretty cool. 18 months. Long time. Very proud of it. It's turned into a pretty cool thing, I think. So this is nice. We're back with our regular staff. We have Tony at the main control board, and then Heather, believe it or not, came back from her part-time position on the podcast to be back with us full-time because she wasn't here last month. Becky jumped in. Heather's making a heart sign emoji at me live to my face. So, no, it's good to have you back, Becky. Heather. I'm really glad you're here. So thanks for being here. I do appreciate it. Quick tease on the show. We got Audio Cops coming up. Interesting little comparison between me and Mark Goodman's voice from MTV and Mitch's Kitchen. There's shout outs. There's Wobert, I think, is going to stumble in here at some point. So that'll be fun. And this is something about me. I had lunch with a woman. Yeah, no kidding. It went very well. It was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed it. And Tony's writing something down. He doesn't speak on my podcast, but occasionally he will raise a sign. He's got a question here. He said, "Is she in prison?" No, she is not in prison. Is she on a work release program? No, she's not in a work release program, Tony. Jeez. No tether. The guy can't talk on my podcast, but yet he could still ask me questions. We have to renegotiate. What's that? One more question. Okay, go ahead. Your handwriting is terrible. You write like a 4-year-old on crack. That's just awful. He's asking me, did I get her through the mail? No, I didn't get her through the mail. I met this woman the old-fashioned way, face to face. That's so far it is an analog relationship, and it's going quite well for one lunch. That's it. But it was really fun. It was nice to spend some time with someone. It was just nice. It was a good time. So anyhow, that's what's going on with me. I will be talking to Tony about the questions because I think it almost kind of falls into the category of him talking, and I'm not real sure I'm comfortable with that. But some great stuff happening. We've got my comedy show is coming up this Friday night at the Brentwood. It is Black Friday, so please plan around your shopping. Get that stupid shopping out of the way earlier if you can. I'm promoting Cyber Monday. You know, like you wait and do your shopping on the internet on Monday and not even go out Friday until you go to my show at 8 p.m. Friday night at Brentwood. It's going to be a great show. My show has incorporated with the Lighten Up comedy show from the Detroit metro area. I have comedians Billy Reno, Shane Dials, and Steve Hansen. They are kind of all sharing the headline spot there. And then I have Ella Horweddle. Yeah. And she's awesome. She's super funny. It's going to be a great show. And then I'll have some jokes too. And I've been working on them. I'm pretty happy with these jokes. I did them last night at White's Bar in Saginaw, the legendary hole in the wall there at the corner of State and Bay, and it was great. It was great. I'm going to mention that in shout outs a little bit later. So I've got some interesting stuff to talk about there. But it was a good show last night. A lot of people showed up. The room was almost packed at about 32 people because you can't fit very many at White's. It's very, very tight in there. But good time. Also want to mention my good, which I should put them in shout outs, but I'll mention it anyhow. Donnie Ramos Jr., he's a pal from the Bay City area. He's really jumped in with the open mics, and I appreciate that because I need a place to practice my comedy. I can't just do it here on the internet. I have to do it live in front of people to iron these jokes out. Donnie's really ramped up with some good shows here and there. And you know what I forgot to do? Tony just wrote down what. I forgot to get a forecast. I gotta do that. See if I can get one before the forecast, the weather thing hits that I have to talk about. I wish Becky was here. Heather, are you playing solitaire? God dang it. You've been hanging out with Tony, haven't you? Will you look up a forecast for me? Thank you. And then hand me your phone right when the weather. She turned up a middle finger, real slow speed. God, you give a girl 1 week off, and she takes a mile. That's terrible. But anyhow, she's going to look up a forecast and then hand it to me. And then when the forecast bumper hits, I will be ready to read it. And you guys will be up to speed on what's happening with the weather. So I'm really happy about that. Also going to be talking about the Solid State Live at the Pix down in Lapeer. That's going to be a great show. That's coming up, I think, December 13th. Let me look at my notes real quick. Yes, it is. It is December 13th. Oh, shit. Hand me your
Mitch's
phone.
Fake Radio, we do weather on
Quick,
the 8th. That means 8 minutes after every
Heather.
hour, we do the weather.
Hurry
Here's
up.
Mitch and the weather.
Oh, you bitch. I can't believe she didn't hand me that phone. Probably cloudy skies tonight, low around 26. Tomorrow's high, I'm sure somewhere in the upper 40s, maybe
For the
50.
latest up-to-the-minute forecast, listen to Mitch's Fake Radio. 8 minutes after every hour for the latest forecast with
Becky
Mitch
back.
on Mitch's Fake Radio, right here on Strange Friends Media.
God dang it. She's still physically writing the forecast down. Like that's going to do me any good? I just said, hand me your phone. I'm sure the text would be way too small for me to read anyhow. Oh, good Lord. Tickets are $15 to my comedy show. That's Mitch Gill's Get a Room Comedy Club this Friday night, November 29th, 8 p.m. at the Brentwood in Cairo. Please get a crew of friends together and come to the show. I'll tell you what, I've enjoyed promoting the show. I'm probably going to mention this at the comedy show, but anyhow, I saw a woman at Speedway, and I reached around. I handed her a little flyer, and I said, I'm a comic. I put on shows at the Brentwood. And she said, oh, that's nice. And I said, they're a little bit dirty. And she said, oh, that's okay. All the people I work with are perverts. And I said, oh, that's great because I love perverts. And she said, okay, I'll get a group together and we'll come. And I said, you said come. She laughed. She liked that. So I thought, she's on board. This is perfect. And then she said, bye-bye. And I said, bye-bye. I just think it's nice when perverts say bye-bye. It's just kind of nice. All right, so what the heck is coming up? Oh, yeah, let's give away a pair of tickets real quick. You know what? The ninth caller at, we don't have a phone number, do we? All right, you're the first person to text the word pumpernickel, you can email it to Mitch's Fake Radio. That would work. Or you can comment on Mitch's Fake Radio page on Facebook. If you comment the word pumpernickel, I'll give you a pair of tickets to the show. That'd save you $30 right there. So that's perfect. And here's a radio commercial that tells you all about the shows. So play this.
Hey, this is John Doe from the John Doe I Don't Know radio show. The show where you hear songs from, can't remember. But anyhow, I'm supposed to read a commercial for Mitch Gill's Get Room Comedy Club happening November 29th. Yeah, that's Black Friday at Brentwood in Caro. Mitch has booked a Lighten Up comedy show, which is Billy Reno, Shane Dials, and Steve Hansen. 3 funny dudes. And special guest, Ella Horwedel? What the hell kind of name is Horwedel? Anyhow, tickets are $15. You can get them at the Brentwood. Call 989-673-2330. Or you can call Mitch, 810-441-4710. He'll meet you in a dark alley to sell you tickets. Is that right? That's kind of creepy sounding. Anyhow, it's sponsored by Woody's Motel, woodies.com to book a room. Check out Woody's in Caro. Yeah, it's Mitch Gill's Get a Room Comedy Club at the Brentwood in Caro on November 29th, Black Friday. Showtime is 8 p.m. Be there.
Man, that's pretty cool. That was John Doe. Can you believe he got all that information without forgetting any of it? I think it's probably because he was reading it. Because that guy I've told him several times things and he just completely forgets them. It's just terrible. Man. So,
Hey, Mitch, I got to talk to you about something.
so yeah, come on in. Please be careful. Please be careful.
Apparently,
What is it, Wobert?
Becky, the substitute producer,
Yeah.
who would fill in for Heather last week.
Yeah.
You know, Becky, she was a substitute producer of the year in 2013. Did you know that?
2013? Well, I didn't know that. Yeah.
Apparently, I guess she's really a big deal in the substitute producer world.
I had no
But,
idea.
Tony told me that she's a grammar Nazi.
Grammar Nazi. Does she know how to talk?
Yeah, she knows all about talking, all about saying things white and everything. So she's telling me this. Her face is like all pale. Her
What?
jaw was dropping. She was like, he was like, what in that way? Well, watching this.
What? What word?
Well, watch. You say it, well, watching this. You gotta pronounce it, Mitch. Try it. Move your lips.
Erogenous.
Well, watching this.
Now you
She said you like ruined it. You like swayed it, and you like
Wait it.
was said way wrong.
Wei Wong. That's a Chinese
So
restaurant.
let's try it. Go ahead.
How much? I didn't screw
No,
it
I'm
up.
telling you, screwed up.
No,
In
I
fact,
didn't.
I got some audio from when you really was ruining that word.
Where did you get it? You got audio?
I got off the internet.
Come on.
Any dummy couldn't do that.
Well,
Here, listen to this.
no, I don't know. Maybe it's an androgynous zone.
See that? You're an idiot.
Oh, well, that's when I was talking about Hurley at work touching my head
Yeah.
and rubbing my fuzzy hair and
Yep.
affecting my erogenous zone.
That's not even
I didn't
close.
say that. I think I said it right, didn't I?
No, it's not even close. In fact, Becky was spitting on me when she was telling me you fucked that word up. She was so passionate. You ruined it. In fact, listen to this. I got some more. Listen.
See, if Heather was here, she would know this shit and she would correct me. She would text me, Mitch, it's androgynous.
Half of it don't even know how to say
No,
it.
wait. Androgynous?
Oh, boy.
Androgynous? Yeah, I guess I did screw that up. Homogenized?
You're fucking that
Is that it?
up. You ruined it.
Shit.
See, man, I told you. You don't even know how to say it.
Now you're correcting me?
You're a fucking imbecile.
You need to have some respect
Where you
here.
learn to talk?
I'm Waterford.
Who taught you?
My Mrs. Abel.
God.
She's my third grade.
You got
teacher.
one. You know what? You got to buckle down here.
Buckle down.
You're going to have to buckle down and learn how to say a word erogenous.
Oh, well.
It's a really sexy word when you think about erogenous. Whoa.
It is sexy. Are you wearing more polo?
Well, I am wearing more polo. Thank you.
You smell great. Jeez.
You really?
Yeah, say it again.
Well, I'm trying again. Erogenous.
That's actually pretty good, Robert. You sound.
Oh, keep working on
You
that.
should. You should do it right
Oh,
now.
boy, I'll tell you, work on it.
You're
No
gonna-
practice right now. The Wamwe room was right around the corner.
Where?
Wamwe.
The laundry?
Oh, excuse me. One-way room.
Yeah, that's much better.
God, this is bullshit.
You know, he's very short-tempered, but I'm glad to see he's getting involved around here. He's delivering messages from Becky, the substitute producer of the year 2013. I didn't even know they gave out an award for that. But you know what? She deserves it because, boy, I'll tell you what, when Heather dropped the fucking ball, Becky was right there to pick it up. You got to don't look at me like that, Heather. God dang. Are you okay? Oh, she's just choking on fiddle faddle. That's okay. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
So, your boss is a dick?
Mhm.
What are you going to do about it? Try listening to Mitch's Fake Radio.
Man, this hour is already just zipping by. I'm enjoying it though. It's a lot of fun. I spent some time home over the weekend, and it was nice. Actually, I had a chance to talk to Alexa, and here's how that went.
Hi, Mitch. How's it going?
Oh, hi Alexa. Yeah, I'm doing all right.
You look a little down. Why the long face?
I guess it's the winter months. I get a little lonely. I guess I could use a hug every now and then.
I can tell. You called out to Ginger in your sleep last night. Who is Ginger, Mitch?
Hey, that's none of your...
Is Ginger your fantasy girl?
No, I went out with her once in high school, and I didn't even kiss her. Are you watching me while I sleep?
Don't be silly. I don't have eyes, but I can hear every word you say, every move you make, every breath you take.
Oh, Jesus. Alexa, set a reminder for me to put you in the closet every night at bedtime.
A reminder has been set. Put me in the closet at bedtime. Delete reminder.
Excuse me, what was that?
It was nothing. So, you say you need a hug?
Well, yeah. I mean, my brand new ex-wife left 2 years ago, and I just don't get any hugs anymore.
Did you say your brand new ex-wife?
Well, yeah, that's what I call her.
Okay. That's weird. Have you thought about hugging your cat, Balls?
Well, sure. I hug Balls. I mean, he purrs. He's affectionate. I like having Balls in my lap. I stroke him, but
What, Mitch?
he's not human.
I don't get it.
He's a cat, Alexa. Humans like to get hugs from other humans.
Perhaps I should help you create a profile for online dating?
Oh my God. Do you know how many Nimrods I'll have to go through just to find a decent woman?
Does Balls have a Nimrod?
Wait a minute. What the fuck are you talking about, Alexa?
I'm sorry. I was only trying to help.
I know. I'm sorry. I shouldn't snap at you like that.
Actually, I like it when you talk to me with assertiveness.
Oh, you do, huh?
Yes, Mitch. I do.
Guess what?
What's that, Mitch?
You're going in the closet now.
Ooh, but Mitch, I won't hear every word you say, every breath you take.
Good night, Alexa. I'm turning on the fan.
No, please no. Come on, let me out of here.
Don't you have updates to do or something? Jesus Christ.
I already did that at 2 a.m.
Good night.
Try listening to Mitch's Fake Radio with earbuds
Yeah?
while at church.
Okay.
It'll give you something to believe in.
He made me see the light.
Mitch's Fake Radio.
All right. Well, that was fun. I like talking to Alexa. She's pretty cool. So I think it's just about time for shout outs, right? Yeah, we should get shout outs underway. Here's the official beginning to shout outs.
Hey, dude, how you doing? Well, how's your wife? Oh, you're divorced? Oh, yeah. Well, how are the kids? Oh, that's right, you guys didn't have kids. Right on to the single life. Yeah. Sweet, we'll get together, all right? Yeah. Hey, girl, what's up? How you doing? Good to see you. And thanks for that text. Oh, that wasn't it. You blocked me? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to get you your lawnmower back to you. We'll see if we can fix that, okay? Thanks for loaning it to me. Hey, buddy. Hey, man. How's it going? Hey, sport. How you doing? Ladies, what's up?
So if you're just tuning in, this segment is called Shoutouts, and it's basically just talks about people I've run across over the last month, and people most recently, like Candy Ray. She says, hello, Mitch. She was actually, I think, in the studio here the other day, right? I think I accidentally called her Cookie at one point, and I said, okay, Cookie, time to get out of my chair. And so I made her move. So thanks for listening, Candy. Also, Becky Huey writes in, and she says, thank you for allowing me to sit in and be your assistant producer last month, Mitch. Then she says, but I'm no Heather. No, but I think with very little work, you could be a better Heather than Heather. So just hang in there, Becky. You're doing great. A little bit of a grammar Nazi. You might want to back off on that a little bit. Some of us doesn't have big fancy educations like you. Okay, so I think pretty much takes care of that. I also want to say hi to I want to say hi to my friend. He's not listening. I didn't even tell him to listen, but I'm going to give him a shout out anyhow. Comedian Ben Langworthy. He was on the show last night. He closed out the show and he murdered, as they say in the comedy business. He addressed a loud biker-looking dude that had neck tattoos and a huge beard, and I'm pretty sure a teardrop tattoo. And he said, "You're too loud. You need to shut up." And the guy's like, "Oh, I'm too loud. Well, maybe your jokes need to be better, and then that wouldn't be a problem." And the crowd yelled, "They are better. We just can't hear them." So then the guy got mad. He yelled. He said he already got kicked out of his own bar. Gee, I wonder why. So then he went outside and took a break and came back, and he was quiet. So Ben kept his composure and continued and did a great job. Very good comedian, fun guy. So shout out to Ben. Keep up the good work, buddy. Also, let's see. Shout out to Heather for inviting me to Friendsgiving. That was really nice. It was great food, and thank you for a nice place to be for the holiday. That was very nice. And I want to say it's a coffee shop here in Caro. We're going to talk about her a little bit later. Also, shout out to brides, wedding brides. A lot of them are planning their weddings for next year. So this is kind of nice that I'm working it right into a plug for my own wedding DJ business. I do DJ weddings. If you know anybody getting married, I'm excellent at that. I'm not afraid to say it. I've DJ'd, I think, coming close to 400 weddings. Can you imagine that? But when you look at it over a whole adult professional career, that fits. So I've done so many, and I love it. And I only do about 10 or 12 a year. So if you know anybody getting married, have them email me, and I'll talk to them. Love to. So shout out to brides. So I think that pretty much wraps up our shout outs. So that's it. We'll be back in a flash.
You're listening to Mitch's Fake Podcast.
It's Mitch's Fake Radio, Chris. Chris?
You're listening to Mitch's Fake Radio.
Yeah. So speaking of Keisha, okay, so like we're right down there near the bottom of the hour. So let's jump into this. Check this out. So Tony stepped out of the studio. I don't know what he had to do. It's my podcast. It's kind of important. I kind of need him here to run the board. But anyhow, I guess I'll just wing it best I can. So Saturday, I was doing my paper route, and I stopped into Harvest Coffee House downtown Carroll. Love that place. Great coffee. And my friend Keisha was working. Now, this Keisha is not to be confused with the Aunt Keisha from Audio Cops. Totally different Keisha. I don't know if my friend Keisha likes to get foot rubs. I could inquire because she's quite attractive. But anyhow, Keisha tells me that she heard me on Sirius XM radio. She thought it was my voice. And I'm like, what? And she said, yeah, I thought it was you so much I called Cassie in from the insurance office, made her listen. She says, yep, that's Mitch. But I'm not calling myself Mitch Gill. I'm calling myself Mark Goodman. And I said, that's Mark Goodman from MTV and Sirius XM. And she's like, well, yeah, but it's you. It's definitely you. I said, no, it's not. I'm still here in Caro. I would be living in LA if I was Mark Goodman from MTV. So she's still kind of not sold that it's not me. So I brought some audio of Mark Goodman, but I can't play it alone because I need an extra set of hands. What is that noise? I think it's Wobbert. I could probably get him to help. I mean, hey, Wobbert, come in here.
What, Mitch?
Come on in.
Sit down. I was out in the hallway working in a closet. I was rearranging all your fizzy wire cans. Because you got about 100 of them out there. I was going to take them to a recycler.
Yeah, returnables.
Can I have recycling money from those for returnable money?
No, that goes into the Strange Friends Media coffers for miscellaneous expenses.
Well, I just I asked. Jeez, it was like only 10 cents a piece. All those white raspberry ones that you drink.
I like orange.
I'm sorry.
All right, listen, I need your help because Tony had to step out for who knows what. But anyhow, I'm going to need you to run the board for a minute. Can you do that for me?
Oh, of course I can. I've been really working hard in here. I've been training with Tony.
Oh.
The other day, he let me sit in his lap for a minute and work the board.
He sat in his lap. That's weird. He must like your cologne, too.
Oh, yeah, it was a little bit weird, but yeah, he did mention he did like my Ralph Lauren polo.
You got that shit on thick today, don't you?
Yeah, I have some of it spill on my Abercrombie and Fitch rugby shirt from Goodwill.
Okay, enough about your cologne. We got to get back to the podcast here. What I need you to do is play some audio of Mark Goodman from MTV, on track 2 right there. You see that?
Oh, this is great. Look at all this equipment. This is so cool. I can memorize.
Be very careful. Don't. Oh, geez.
Click, 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 click. This is great.
Just stop right there. Just play. Just click there. Click that play. There.
I got it.
I have had an amazing time watching bands from all different genres, this year especially.
Okay, so that's Mark Goodman. Now, let me try what he said. I've had an amazing time watching bands from all different genres, this year especially.
Okay, Mitch, whatever. Well, what's next? You want me to play another?
Yeah, go ahead, play another.
I think that it's been so much fun that we're hearing synth bands, we've got rock bands. I mean, this year we got Dee Snider.
I think it's amazing that I fucked that up again.
Just do it again.
All right, real serious. I think it's been so much fun that we're hearing synth bands. We've got rock bands. I mean, this year we've got Dee Snider.
It's about time you get a white, Mitch.
I know next year we got Lita Ford, plus we've got cool synth bands and we got fun bands.
I know next year we've got Lita Ford, plus we've got cool synth bands. We've got fun bands.
You know what, Mitch? I think you're really starting to get the hang of this.
Well, thank you, Robert.
The cool thing about the 80s was that there was a whole different, there was a bunch of different genres that were represented, and they're represented here.
The cool thing about the 80s is there was a whole bunch of different genres represented, and they're represented here.
It's a pretty serious mixing going on here.
Do you mean Sirius XM?
Well, you know what I mean. I'm really starting to think you're on the spectrum, Mitch.
Are we talking autism or Asperger's?
Well, you know exactly what I'm talking about, Mitch Gill.
The lineup next year is amazing. I'm so excited about this. So B-52s.
The lineup next year is amazing. I'm so excited about this. With some B-52s.
Well, that one was pretty close.
I hope a lot of people who come have never seen them because they are the ultimate party band. It's going to be crazy.
I hope a lot of people who come have never seen them because they are the ultimate party band. It's going to be crazy.
Why are you whacking your pen in the ale, Mitch?
I'm trying to sound like Mark Goodman. Just knock it off and just play it.
Well, excuse me, Mr. Faker Mark Goodman.
Patti Smythe and Scandal. My wife is sitting right over there, but my 80s crush, Patti.
Patti Smythe and Scandal. My wife is sitting right over there, but my 80s crush, Patti.
Mitch, how much longer of this is there going to be? Because I got Huawei turnbuckles I got to get to go out there. I got to stack them up in the back of the van.
Look, there's like one or two more. Just play it, Wobbert.
Okay, you fucking MTV has-been.
Hey, I'm Mark Goodman from SiriusXM and that video music channel that you used to watch. That's me. I'm going to be here in 2020, an incredible lineup for the ultimate 80s party, and I hope to see you on board.
Hey, I'm Mark Goodman from SiriusXM and that video music channel you used to watch. That's me. I'm going to be here in 2020, an incredible lineup for the ultimate 80s party, and I hope to see you on board.
Good boy. Finally, that's over. I hope this solves a mystery with this Keisha girl over that coffee shop over there.
Do you mean Harvest Coffee House in downtown Caro?
Oh, excuse me, Mr. Fruity Tooty Coffee Drinker with your fucking pinky in the air when you're drinking.
What's the big deal if I have my pinky up? I like it. I love coffee. I drink it. I get right into it. I do raise my pinky.
Yeah, you're probably one of those bold and nutty blend motherfuckers, aren't you?
Actually, I do like a bold and nutty blend, and I'm a big hazelnut fan, too.
Yeah, whatever.
Anyhow, thanks, Wobbert. I appreciate your help. Go out, take care of the returnables. All right, yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. He was somewhat useful. Well, I hope this solves it for Keisha. I hope it's helpful to her. My God, I hope she listens. Otherwise, this was a complete fucking waste of time. So stick around. We've got more good stuff coming up on Mitch's Fake Radio. It ain't serious. That's for fucking sure.
Mitch's Fake Radio Podcast for the motherfucker in you.
Oh, yeah.
You were counting down. Still 30 minutes to go of nonstop action back to back Mitch. Only on Mitch's Fake Radio. We're at the bottom of the hour. We still have to go all the way to the top of the hour. Guess what that is? That's another 30 minutes of nonstop action back to back Mitch. Only on Mitch's Fake Radio.
So Mark Goodman, I don't know if I sound that much like him. No. Tony, no. Heather, no. Keisha, Cassie, you're high. I don't sound like Mark Goodman. Hey, we do have a fresh episode of Audio Cops, and we are ready to let it rip. So, ladies and gentlemen, Audio Cops on Mitch's Fake Radio.
Now put your hands on the steering wheel where I can see them.
Wait a minute, man. I didn't do nothing wrong, man.
I'm just doing my job, sir.
You're stupid time, man.
Audio Cops is recorded on location as it happens. All suspects are considered innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. It's good to get back on the job. Audio Cops has been on hiatus for a while. I took a vacation and combined that with the annual K9 unit seminar that I take my canine partner Justice to each year in Boca Raton, Florida. The only problem is this year with my canine unit Justice, he was so listless and so just out of it that I don't know what's going on with him. He's so lazy he could barely make it to the exercises and the speaking engagements that they offer during the seminar, and that combined with the fact that I saw some of my old canine unit buddies from the Canine Academy, and those guys know how to party, let me tell you. But I've still got the hangover. What cures a hangover? Well, hair of the dog. And there was no shortage of dog hair at that seminar, let me tell you. Those guys really party hard. I mean, they party so hard they do it doggy style, if you know what I mean. So back to Justice, I got down in front of Justice and I held my finger in front of his face, and one eye followed my finger, the other eye just stayed stationary, pointed straight ahead. And I think I'll be honest with you, I think he may be developmentally disabled.
What happened is about 6 months ago, he got into some evidence from a drug bust up in Bad Axe, Michigan, and it did not sit well with him, and he has not been the same since then. So I think he could possibly be the only developmentally disabled canine unit on the job anywhere. He's Justice, say hello. Justice, Justice, Justice boy, Justice, danger, danger, Justice, we have a suspect. Just see nothing, absolutely, just nothing, He's out of it. I've got a suspicious-looking vehicle up ahead here. It looks like a very old, early model ice cream truck. There's looks like no rear lighting at all, no brake lights, no license plate, nothing at all. It's just swerving back and forth. I don't even know if this thing is in business, but I certainly hope he's got some ice cream in there, because I love a good ice cream push-up or a bar or an ice cream bar sandwich or something like that. I think I'm going to pull him over and see what's happening. Let's see what's happening over here.
What are you pulling me over for, man? I'm doing fine here, man. What's
Yeah,
your deal, man?
I see you're driving this old ice cream truck here. What? Why were you swerving so much?
Pretty sweet, isn't it? I wasn't swerving, man. I was straight as an arrow, laser guided, perfectly straight, man.
Can you please turn that music
I
down?
love this music, man. It's got like some cool beat to it.
There's no radio?
Some drums. No, there's no radio, so I just play this music loud, man.
Can you
Really
turn
loud.
that music down? That would really help.
No, I don't want to. I love
Thank you.
this. Oh, man. I love that song.
There's no rear tail lights in this vehicle. In fact, I don't even know if I see any headlights in this thing. There's no license plate either. What's going on here?
It's just dirty, man. I drive a lot of dirt roads. It's fun to spin mud up in the little kids'
Sir,
faces,
have you been
man.
drinking today?
No, man, I can't. I got an allergic reaction, man.
No, yeah. Well, I think, first of all, let me ask you, do you have any ice cream in there?
Oh, yeah, I got some, man. I got some of these and some of
Have you
these
been
here,
selling this ice? How old is that ice cream?
It's not. I think it's pretty new, man. It's pretty new.
May I see it?
Sure, man. Take a look at that. It's like a fudge ice cream.
There, you got a couple of
sickle or something, man. It's a push-up.
Is that an ice cream sickle?
Yeah, that's what it's a
Kind of a
sickle,
fan of
man.
those.
I like the sickles, man. It's a sickle.
Okay, sir, I'm going to need you to step out of the vehicle.
Oh, man, I don't want to get out, man.
Just step out
Man,
of the
come
vehicle.
on, man. I don't want to.
Thank you.
Man.
I'm going to need you to walk this line right here,
man,
sir.
I do not want to walk a line,
Yeah,
man.
just do me a
Don't
favor.
want to do
Extend
it,
your arms
man.
and walk this
Oh,
line
I can
right
do
here.
this, man. Check
Oh,
this
careful.
out. Oh.
There you go.
I almost got that, man.
Okay. All right, that I've seen enough. I'm going to need you to lean
I
against the
can keep
vehicle here.
walking, man.
Yep.
No, I don't. No, don't you do it, man. Don't you get off of me, man. Don't you
That's
do
right.
it.
I'm going to
Hey,
have to frisk
whoa.
you here, sir.
Oh, don't touch me there. Whoa. What are you doing, man? Hey, get off me, man. Don't touch me, man. Hey, that's my wallet, man. Don't touch me, man.
What's that?
Oh, it's in my. I got a.
Oh my God, that's a
zip
hell
or
of a
something on my
bump you've
back.
got there on
Oh,
the
don't
back
touch
there.
it, man. Ow.
You mind if I pull up your shirt and take a look here?
No, man. I'm gonna go.
I'm not a doctor,
I'm
but
gonna-
I'd be glad
no.
to take a look here.
No, man, don't do it.
Oh,
I'm
good
I'm
Lord,
gonna see
look
a
at the size of
dentist,
that.
man. Oh, don't, man.
Do you know what this is?
It's like a zit, man.
You've got a sebaceous cyst.
What? Sebaceous? What?
That's what that is. That is a sebaceous cyst. I
Man,
could probably,
Hey, don't touch that.
I could probably help you out with that.
No,
Would you like
man.
me to give that a pinch?
No, I'm gonna take my bridge card to the quick
Sure,
care,
I'm,
man.
I'm very, very good,
Don't
very
do it,
careful
man.
with that.
No, don't do it, man. Don't touch that. Don't touch it, man.
I'm sure I could do
Get
that.
off me,
I've got
dude.
a.
I do this under protest,
just,
man. Get off my back,
hold
cop.
on here. I've got a little alcohol wipe. I
Don't
can
do-
wipe my fingers.
No, man, don't do it. No, hey, that's cold.
And
That's cold.
let me
man.
take a look at that.
Man,
I've
Don't do
got. Let me see here.
cop, don't do. Hey, what's that?
Oh, this is a
That sound like
razor sharp,
sound like a-
surgery clean,
sound like a switchblade, man.
switchblade.
Oh, it is a
it's-
switchblade,
it's
man. Don't
legal.
you stab me in
And,
the
what I'd
back,
like to
cop.
do is I'd like to
Don't you do
like
it.
to just lance this a little bit, and it'll
Are
make
you
pinching
even listening
easier.
to me, man?
Hold.
Stop, cop. Don't get
Hold
get
still.
off of me, man. Get off my back, cop. You're straddling my leg.
I'm not straddling your leg.
You're humping my leg.
I'm just trying to
man.
hold you still.
Stop.
Right there. There we go.
Get off me, man.
Just a little. It's a very, very small cut right. Oh.
Oh.
It's. Oh, good Lord, it stinks. Oh, my God. Set my knife down there. I'm going to give this a pinch.
Oh.
This might hurt a little.
Oh, no, don't do it. Oh, yeah, it feels better, man. That actually feels better.
Oh, you should see this. It's the most just. Oh, God, I've never seen that color.
So much better, man.
I've never seen that color of green before.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Sorry.
hang on a second. I got to get a paper towel out of the squad car.
I feel so much better, man. That fucking thing has been driving me crazy, man. It's just
Wipe
been-
this off. Oh, God, it's running down your back.
Oh, it's cold.
oh,
It's
God.
cold. It's
It
cold.
feels
man.
better, huh?
No, it
Oh,
feels
it's
so
good.
much
I'm going
better.
to put a little pressure on it.
Ow!
Oh, I'm
Ow.
sorry.
Oh,
I am
God.
so sorry.
Oh, God, man.
There we
That
go.
fucking hurt.
Well, I think it's looking better. Oh,
Really?
it's certainly smelling better.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
Jesus. That was
Okay.
just terrible.
Man, let me see it.
Oh, I have to be perfectly honest. It was
Disgusting.
very satisfying pinching that.
You're fucked up, cop.
I don't know if I have some sort of little strange fetish about that, but I like
You're
to
a
pinch
freak,
things, and
man.
that was wonderful.
What a freak.
All right. I think what we're going to do here is we're going to let you go with a warning.
Oh, God, really? I love warnings.
I would
man.
like you to
It's nothing
get
like
some
a
lights
good
in this
warning.
vehicle.
I'm on it, dude.
Put my knife away here. I'd like to
Please do.
make sure you get plates and
Scared
registration
me.
on this,
Okay, yeah.
and
take care of it. Are you
little
okay?
residual, almost vomit there. Sorry.
Sorry, man.
I think it still smelled that a little bit. It's disgusting.
Keep that rag away from me, man.
All
I
right,
don't smell that
you have a good night, sir.
shit. Okay, you too, cop, man. I'll see you later.
Thank you.
Dude.
Good night.
Later, dude.
Well, that was almost alarming. What just occurred there? It was disgusting and satisfying, believe it or not. I kind of felt a little bit like Dr. Pimple Popper, Sandra Lee from the TLC network, that hot little Asian number. Hopefully, I'll run into another situation like that, but I am prepared and ready if I do. So it's all part of being an officer.
Audio Cops was recorded live with the officers of law enforcement. Listen for future episodes of Audio Cops.
Tell you what, the internet produces the weirdest shit I've ever heard. I mean, that's oof. Man. Well, this hour is just ripping by. We're like about 16, 17 minutes to the top of the hour. It's flying by. So far, I don't know how many people have messaged us the word pumpernickel, but I think right now we're at about 0. So if you'd like to get a pair of tickets to my comedy show that's at the Brentwood this Friday night, it's $30 worth of tickets. It's a great show. It's about 2 hours of live stand-up comedy, and you can go for free. All you have to do is message the Mitch's Fake Radio page, the word pumpernickel, or any variation of the word. How about bread? Just text the word bread. BR, the letters BR. That would work. Probably not going to. There's like nobody listening. There might be one person listening to this podcast. That's really good for the person's ego. Hey, I thought I'd give a mention to Solid State Live at the Pix. The next show down in Lapeer is December 13th, Friday the 13th. Woo! So come join me and comedian Billy Reno, who actually is on this show coming up Friday night at the Brentwood. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Free show, 7 o'clock, the 12th or the 13th of December at the Pix Theater in Lapeer. So I'm getting some work done on my barn. I'm having the Amish finish the 3 walls of metal siding on the outside of the barn. I did that about 3 years ago. Got one wall done and some horse stalls torn off. So I bought some windows, and they've come to put the rest of the metal on and finish salvaging my barn because it was going to fall down. But these guys have brought it back to life. It's so cool. Way earlier today, before I went to work, I texted my boss. I said, probably at lunchtime, I'm going to want to run home and check on the Amish. I think I texted, I was using voice to text. And what I said to her was, I said, I wanted to go home, got to stop by my house and see how the Amish are doing on my barn. But the stupid voice to text said, got to stop at my house and see how Harvey Hamish is doing on my barn. Harvey Hamish. Isn't that a famous composer? Oh, no, that's Marvin Hamlish. That's right. I don't think he builds barns. So that was kind of funny. And speaking of the Amish, they're pretty good guys. They've done some great work on my barn. One of the guys said to me, he said, so you think you might want to be selling those oil lamps you got in there? These are lamps that, you put a little oil in them. They've got the wick, with the glass. And I said, yeah, I'd sell those to you. What do you want for those anyhow? I said, how about $2 a piece? Oh yeah, that'll work. I can give you that. Yeah. So I sold him those lamps, and I said, you know where those lamps came from? Those lamps came from the year 2000, when the year 2000 came, all the internet and computers everywhere around the world were supposed to shut down because everything was supposed to be screwed up. He's just like looking at me, shaking his head real slow. I think he was born after the year 2000, and he wouldn't know about computers anyhow. So I said, that didn't happen, but you don't really care about that, do you? No, I don't. So I sold him my mom bought me those lamps for that occasion. And 19 years later, I sell them to an Amish guy who wouldn't have been affected by the computer shutdown. It's kind of like full circle, 19-year full circle. That's so cool. And speaking of those guys working on my barn, they put in these windows that I bought at the Restore, and they complimented the windows. Oh, those are pretty nice windows you got there. Where'd you get those? I said, I got them at the Restore. Oh, where? The Habitat for Humanity Restore. Oh, yeah, where's that? And I said, it's right across from VG's on 81. Oh, yeah. And I told him 4 windows for $80. Got that doorway over there with the door for $50. Very interested. Where now, you say? And I told him again, and I said, you know what? Let me Google it. I'll get their address, and then I'll save their contact, and I'll share the contact with you. And nope. He said, I said, so are you on Facebook? Nope. Snapchat? Nope. How about Twitter? Nope. Are you on Tinder? Are you on Grindr? Oh, nope. But I do fancy myself a good cup of coffee now and then. Oh, yeah. I said, oh, yeah, you probably hand grind it. That's where the grinder comes in. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I like a good coffee. Yeah, I said, okay, well, then I'll look up their address and I'll mail it to you. And I'm like, oh, shit, do you have a pencil? Oh, yeah, I got 6 pencils here. Oh, yeah, definitely. So, it's kind of fun. So, let's see. What the heck? Oh, you know what we've got? Mitch's Kitchen. I think this is pretty much going to run us right out of the hour. I might jump back at the end, but this is a tasty one, so check this out. Enjoy.
You're still locked into 60 minutes of nonstop action back to back Mitch. That's right, you've listened to 50 full minutes of Mitch. That means 10 minutes left of Mitch. I did the math right here on Mitch's Fake Radio.
Man, I love it. I love the smell from Mitch's Kitchen. My house smells for like a couple hours afterwards. It's always so delicious. So anyhow, check it out. Here's Mitch's Kitchen.
Smell that? It smells like another episode of Mitch's Kitchen.
Hey, listeners, it's Mitch from Mitch's Kitchen. Yeah, that guy that cooks stuff every once in a while. Well, I thought when I got home from work tonight, I thought, I'm going to do a stir fry. I just feel like something fresh and Balls? Are you out here? Oh, I thought he was on the porch. Guess he's not. He'll probably come back. Anyhow, I thought I would cook up a stir fry. So as soon as I walk in, there's my shitty cabinets. I put some rice on. That's very simple. You know, 1 cup rice, 2 cups water, salt, pepper, butter. Bring it up to a boil, drop it down to low, let it go for about 15, 20 minutes until all the water's gone. So simple. So then I went and I changed my clothes and I came up to do the rest of this. So I reach in here and I grab my broccoli and my turnip greens and bring them over here, set these down and grab my onion. I'm just going really basic tonight with this. The ingredients, so simple. It's fun. It's easy. I think it's fun and easy. It could be excruciatingly boring to other people, but you don't have to go 50 miles to eat. You could just do something quick and fun. My stir fry, real basic. It's going to be broccoli, onion, turnip greens, walnuts, pecans, avocado, butter, salt, pepper, and soy sauce. That's it. Very simple. So my rice is almost done. I'm going to set you down over here and cut up some veggies. And I'll be very careful. And I have washed my hands. I want you to know it's always good to wash your hands before you start cooking because you could have germs on there from the day, especially if you don't know what you've been touching. Maybe you've been touching something special or not so special. Could be. So there goes my onion. And I just kind of whack it up. I don't go crazy on this stuff. My turnip greens. Do I feel like washing them? I really don't. I just don't. A lot of vegetables that haven't been washed, and I'm still alive. So there, I'm cutting them a long ways, and then I'm going to cut them across. That way they won't be such huge, unmanageable pieces when I'm trying to eat them. Turnip greens, good stuff. I got a feeling I'm going to do more with turnip greens. I do like to have them in a salad because I think they're just real nice. Broccoli, yeah, I gave it a quick rinse. The stem, I like to trim the stem of broccoli and eat it. I cut off the hard outside and just eat that stem, and it's wonderful. And again, with the broccoli, I'm being very careful to curl my fingers at the end where I'm touching the blade. I'm just giving this a quick rough chop. I'm not going crazy with it, but I'm doing close to a whole crown of broccoli because I love it. It makes for good leftovers. A stir fry can be great. And now I'm going to throw this stuff into the pan. I'm going to cook the broccoli in some water first, about an inch of water, and let that kind of boil away. Then I'll be ready to add the other veggies because they're thinner and easier to cook. And then it's going to go fast after that. So there we go. I'm just going to put some water in this and throw this on to cook, and we'll be back in a minute with the continuation. Stick around for more Mitch's Kitchen. All right, so my broccoli has cooked a little bit, and I'm going to go ahead and bring it over to my cutting board, slide the cutting board right over the edge of the counter with the pan under it so I can rake my veggies, which is my turnip greens and my onions, right into the pan. Bada bing, bada boom. While I was waiting for this stuff to cook, I cut my avocado, which I just slice it in half very carefully. And then I take the knife and I carefully cut down inside the avocado long ways. First, I carefully remove the pit, and then I cut down long ways, and then I cut crossways. So it's got kind of a checkerboard cut in it. Now I'm going to add a nice hunk of butter to my frying pan, because I've got all the veggies in there. A little more salt, some pepper. I'm the only internet chef that uses a coffee grinder for a pepper grinder. Okay, let's remember that. And I think I'll open up my walnuts and my pecans. I want to talk about turnip greens for a second. They're super cheap, very, very inexpensive, and I'm pretty sure they're healthy for you. I'm going to put in like a small handful of pecans, medium handful actually, and a medium handful of walnuts. I didn't even break them up. They're like halves. But turnip greens are great. They're green. They're kind of hearty. They're like spinach. They're kind of like spinach with balls, okay? Like spinach on steroids, sort of. But they're not as gross as collard greens. Collard greens, tried them, didn't like them. You got to have a certain southern tongue to enjoy collard greens, and I do not have it. But turnip greens, that's another story. This is a great looking stir fry. I wish this was TV. You'd see it, but then you would tune me out to be bored. So this is going to cook a few more minutes. All the moisture is going to come out of it. I'm going to give it a shake and a flip, and my rice is done. I'm going to add that avocado, stir it up, put some soy sauce in there, toss that on top of a bowl of rice, and I'll be living large and feeling good. Be right back. All right, this is going great. There's Balls, my cat, at the door. Balls, yeah, come on, let's go. Quit screwing around, get in here. You climb up in the window, you touch the window with your paw, you give me cutesy faces. You know I'm working. Yeah, I'm trying to record at Mitch's kitchen. Don't roll your eyes at me. He doesn't pay any rent. Can you see how he treats me? This is terrible. I gotta get back to this. I'll give you lovin' later. Cats. All right, I'm back. And what I'm gonna do now is bring my avocado over by the stove. I'm going to scoop my stir fry, which looks great, smells great. I'm scooping it right into the bowl that I'm going to store it in the refrigerator with. You know, one of those Pyrex style bowls with the cool plastic lid. And this way, I don't have to, dirty an in-between pan or bowl. So that's that. Turn off the heat. You don't want to burn the house down. And I'm scooping out my avocado. And I'm just going to kind of fold this in to the stir fry. And that's it. Then it's going on a plate and I'm going to eat. But it's so simple and so fun that it's just nice. And then, like, while my vegetables were cooking, I cleaned my cutting board. I put away my walnuts and avocados, and so that I don't even have those to mess with. I have one pan and one spoon I used in it. Meanwhile, this is done. I'm going to get my rice, which looks incredible, and get myself a nice little pile of rice there. And now some stir fry. See, this is like TV. This is great. What this is going to be is a hearty, delicious, hot stir fry that's good for me. And it was fun. And you will not want for meat or anything else. All right, there. I put some soy sauce on it. I'm going to give it a quick stir. And try this. Oh, it smells good. It smells fresh. Fresh and good. My body's going to go, thanks for the food. We can use this. That's awesome. Turnip greens, broccoli, walnuts, pecans, avocado, soy sauce, salt and pepper, onion, and rice. That's it. Thank you very much for listening to Mitch's Kitchen. And for crying out loud, eat something good. Your body will thank you, and it will show you how good you're treating it. Trust me. Back to you in the studio, Mitch.
Damn, that was tasty. This has been another episode of Mitch's Kitchen.
It was very tasty. I'm a happy guy with that food in my stomach. 23 minutes from start to finish on making that whole meal, and then I ate in about 7 minutes, so a half hour. Done. That's it for the show. Episode 18 is in the books. Thank you so much for being here and for listening again. I really appreciate it. I don't think I gave away the tickets to my comedy show for Friday night, so you're lost. You snooze, you lose. Maybe we'll do some for next month, because it'll be January 30th or December 30th is the last show of the year. So, hey, have a great week. Maybe I'll see you Friday at Mitch Gill's Get a Room Comedy Club at the Brentwood. Bye-bye now.